sabar ya, sama-sama. Hi everyone from Asia and all over the world. This is Asia CPD, online continuing professional development platform for Asian radiologic technology societies. And I am Peachy Luna, your program host. I am delighted to briefly introduce to you CPD Asia. Established in November 2020 and from 5 founding radiologic technology societies, CPD Asia is now composed of 12 active societies from Asia. One of the main objectives of CPD Asia is to strengthen cooperation and exchange between radiologic technologists organizations from Asian countries and regions, and basically to promote continuing professional development and improve the professional practice of medical radiation technology and radiation therapy in Asian countries and regions that have joined to share academic training resources, evidence-based practices for professional development of radiographers and radiological technologists. This 24th Asia CPD is a special program for we have invited the ISRRT, International Society of Radiographers and Radiological Technologists. This special program of CPD Asia shares the theme ISRRT, Let's Collaborate and Strengthen Our Profession Together. And like you, I am equally excited to know more about the updates and the current and future works of the ISRRT through our distinguished speakers who are the ISRRT new Board of Management and their special invited speaker. Please know that we are live streaming on YouTube, and please search PARI and VART channels so you can join us live and or watch a replay. This Asia CPD is highly supported and raised by member societies, presidents, officers, and representatives. Let us greet and welcome the President of Macau Radiological Technologies Association, MRTA, President Fernando Ko. We also have President of Perhimpunan Radiographer Indonesia, Indonesian Society of Radiographers, PARI, Dr. Giek Sugianto.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you, Vijay.
Thank you. And we also have the President of Vietnam Association of Radiological Technologists, VART, President Thai Van Loc.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome and congratulations, ISRRT. Today, all the members in Asia, they know the ISRRT. Congratulations again, ISRRT.
Thank you, President Loc. Now we have the President of Hong Kong Radiographers Association, HKRA, President Wan Shin Boon Nelson.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Nice to meet you again.
Thank you. We also have President Chun Yuan Tu of the Taiwan Association of Medical Radiation Technologists, TAMRT. And for Singapore Society of Radiographers, SSR, let's have President Denise Chiu.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today at the 24th CPD Asia. We're very fortunate to have the board members from ISRRT talk to us today, and also to have Ms. Cherry from the Journal of Medical Radiation Sciences. So I'm sure they've got a great program lined up for us. And Selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri to all of our Muslim friends who are celebrating this holiday. Blessings to you and your family.
Thank you, President Chu. We also have greetings from President of Malaysian Society of Radiographers, MSR, President Sawal Marsaid, President Salva Kumar of the Indian Society of Radiographers and Technologists. We also have Muhammad Al-Baghani, Vice President of Palestinian Association of Medical Radiation Technologists. Greetings from Sophie Lee of Association of Cambodian Radiological Technologists, President Rolando Venares of the Philippine Association of Radiologic Technologists, and our friends and officers of Myanmar Society of Medical Radiation Technologists. We will also be joined later by our invited panelists from different countries. For now, we can say hi to Ma'am Cora Nang of MRTA.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Yes, we also have Madam Chan Lai Kwan from Malaysia.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you.
We also have Miss Joy Tan from Singapore.
Hi.
All right, so now we would like to welcome and greet also our distinguished speakers. First, let's welcome the ISRRT Vice President for Asia and Australasia, Madam Tan Chek Wee.
A very good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and Selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri to all our Muslim friends, and wishing you a joyous celebration with your family and friends. Hello, everyone.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. We have now Mr. Stephen Lacey, Director of Education.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining. Nice to see you all.
Thank you, Stephen. And we also have our Director of Professional Practice, Sir Edward Chan.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. So welcome all you can join this webinar. So I see so far we have 350 some participants. I think it's quite amazing. So I hope you enjoy what we're going to present. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Edward Chan. And we also have here Dr. Yutafon Vichianin, the Director of Public Relations and Communications.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Happy to be here, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Dr. Vichianin. And we also have the invited speaker of the ISRT, the Editor-in-Chief, Ms. Cherry Agustin of the Journal of Medical Radiation Sciences.
Thank you very much for this invitation. I look forward to engaging with you this evening.
Thank you. So before we start the program, I humbly request everyone, our presidents, officers, our ISRT new board of management, and our invited speakers to please open your camera for a short photo session. All right. Thank you very much. And our dear presidents will be joining us again together with our invited panelists during the Q&A session. So to formally start the program, allow me to briefly introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker is no other than the Vice President of the ISRT for Asia and Australasia, Madam Tan Chek-Wee. Chek-Wee is currently working as the Senior Principal Radiation Therapist at the National University Centre Institute, Singapore, and has joint appointment with the Singapore Institute Technology as Senior Lecturer for Radiotherapy Program. She graduated with Diploma in Radiotherapy from School of Radiography in Singapore and went on to obtain her Bachelor in Radiographic Studies with London South Bank University. She's also a certified medical dosimetrist with a medical dosimetry board in United States and obtained her Master's of Sciences in Radiotherapy, planning with Sheffield Hallam University in UK in 2015. She has served as Honorary Secretary from 1998 to 2002 and President of the Singapore Society of Radiographers from 2010 to 2016. Internationally, she has served as the International Society of Radiographers and Radiological Technologists Regional Director for Asia and Australasia region from 2014 to 2022. She has recently elected as the ISRT Vice President for the AA region at Bangkok last year. Please welcome our first speaker, the ISRT Vice President for Asia, Australasia, Madam Tan Chek-Wee.
Hello, everyone. So nice to see so many friends here today. I would like to thank the Asia CPD committee for inviting us to present at the webinar today. And for my presentation, I'll be sharing with all of you about ISRT, some of our activities and the projects that we are currently working on. So just a quick introduction of ISRT, especially for those who are not familiar with who we are. So ISRT stands for International Society of Radiographers and Radiological Technologists. And ISRT was first founded in 1962 as a non-profit organization, and we represent more than 500,000 radiographers from 86 countries worldwide. We are the voice of radiographers and radiological technologists at international meetings with organizations such as the World Health Organization, WHO, and IAEA. And the mission of ISRT is to improve the standards of delivery and practice of medical imaging and radiation therapy throughout the world by acting as the international liaison organization for medical radiation technology and by promoting quality patient care, education, and research in the radiation medicine sciences. So as you can see from here, ISRT is composed of a council with council members coming from 3 world regions, that is the Asia, Australasia, the Americas, and Europe, Africa. and the council are the one who elect the ISRT Board of Management and regional coordinators. And these are the board members who were elected at the World Congress in Bangkok last year. So the Board of Management consists of 12 members and they are supported by CEO Mr. Dimitris. The Board of Management consists of the President, Dr. Napapong, whom all of you are very familiar with and do not need much introduction. The Treasurer, Philippe, and the three Vice President, that is Alain, Hakon, and myself, excuse me, and 4 Regional Director, Donna, Kodama, Elizabeth, and team. And we also have 3 directors who are the Directors of Education, Steve, Directors of Public Relations, Edward, and the Director of Public Relations and Communication, Yusupon. So you'll be hearing more from them later in their presentation. So each of these 3 directors are further supported by 4 regional coordinators from the 4 different regions. And for Asia Australasia, we have Joyce Tan from Singapore as Regional Coordinator for Public Relations and Communication, Suresh from India for Professional Practice, and Kittiwat from Thailand for Education. And they will also be joining us at the Q&A session later. So whenever we have activities or projects with international organizations such as WHO, IAEA, or ICRP, the directors and regional coordinators may reach out to you for your expert advice or participation. So please support them when they contact you. So in recent years, other than the development of the safety guidelines documents during the COVID-19 pandemic, ISRT has also been actively engaged with addressing the topics of justification and optimization with emphasis on the role of radiographers. So ISRT has developed a number of position statements with the approval of Council, covering many aspects of the function of an imaging and therapy department. And some of these statements are on the justification, optimization, contrast media injection, and quality assurance and quality control. So if you are interested to find out more, please visit the ISRT website for more information. So this year, ISRT was also invited to collaborate with Asia SAFE and the Asian Oceanian Society of Radiologists on 3 webinars sharing on the roles of radiographers and radiation therapies on patient safety. So this collaboration provides good opportunity for us to promote the important role that we play in patient safety as we are the gatekeeper. So over the years, we have also collaborated with International Society of Radiology, IAEA, and WHO webinars to be the voice for radiographers. So if you are interested to share your expertise in areas of practice with the international communities, you can contact me to discuss more. Since last year, ISRT has also started the International Academic Network, IAN, to focus on matters relating to education, survey, and research activities. And the aim of this committee is to facilitate research and publication, and also to improve the research quality and activity among radiographers. So we have formed a steering committee, which is headed by Dr. Sephora, to help us to develop this project. So do look out the ISRT website for more updates on this committee. And other than IAN, we are also working on the establishment of a radiation therapy professional and education committee. So as you all know, although ISRT is a global organization representing radiographers and radiological technologies practicing worldwide, however, the voice of radiation therapists is often underrepresented in the ISRT structure, as there is no formal committee in ISRT to review the current professional or education issues pertaining to radiation therapy. So to better address the concerns of the international radiation therapist communities, ISRT will be establishing the Radiation Therapy Professional and Education Committee and we look forward to your support. Last but not least, the strength of ISRT is our member. So ISRT will not be able to achieve so much without the support and contributions from all of you. So ISRT provides a platform for societies from all over the world to come together to collaborate and work together for our profession. So as a voice of radiographers and radiation therapists worldwide, it is also important for us to showcase the work and achievement of our members and member societies too, so we can learn from each other. So today, I'm very excited to be able to invite Ms. Cherry Augustine from the Australian Society of Medical Imaging and Radiation Therapy to join us at the webinar later. She is a radiation therapist and also the editor-in-chief for Journal of Medical Radiation Sciences. She has extensive editorial experience, and her sharing will definitely benefit us, especially for those who are looking into research and publication. So thank you, Cherry, for joining us today. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your kind attention. And if you would like to find out more about us or reach out to ISRT, you can check out our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter. All right, thank you. And looking forward to discussion with you all later.
Thank you so much, the ISRT Vice President for Asia, Australasia, Madam Tan Chek Wee. Now, let me introduce our second speaker. Our second speaker is the Director of Education. He is Stephen Lacey. Stephen's work, experience, and skills include medical imaging, allied health education, and his being Fellow of Royal Children's Hospital. He is active in Royal Children's Hospital Education Hub podcasts. He has done a project on the effect of COVID on the clinical abilities of medical imaging students. He's been active and has done participation in the construction and implementation of a team building escape room and assisting in running the Reach Step to Clinical Education program. On education, he is a tutor radiographer in Royal Children's Hospital. He has done development of medical imaging education modules for ward staff to improve communication between wards and medical imaging. He has also done major important tasks that include the quality and safety guideline development for World Health Organization, chest radiographs in epidemiological studies, WHO CRES project. Another is the guidelines for chest radiographs on patients under 5 years for the purposes of epidemiological studies in developing countries, and also the development of instructional videos in collaboration with the Royal Children's Hospital on the methodology of chest x-rays for patients under 5 years to be available for all radiographers. Also, he has provided expert advice and review of sample images for projects implementing the guidelines. He has done also many literature reviews for best practice guidelines on various factors affecting image quality, and has done many communications with multidisciplinary groups to obtain appropriate information for the guidelines. Let us welcome the Director of Education, our second speaker, Mr. Stephen Lacey.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this presentation. Thank you, Chek Wee, for the invitation to present today. My name is Steve Lacey. I'm the Director of Education with the ISRT from 2022 to 2026. When I think about the theme of this CPD event, which is let's collaborate and strengthen our profession with ISRT, I think of the teamwork and how different members of the team must kind of come together in order to achieve success. And if we look at the picture on the screen, you'll see that this is a picture of the Geelong Cats Football Club, which worked very well as a team in Aussie Rules football. And in 2022, they were able to achieve coveted premiership for that year. And of course, I was a very, very happy fan when that happened. So just to give a bit of information about myself, in medical imaging, in Melbourne. And I hold two roles at the hospital. So my first role is I'm the lead clinical educator for all of the students and the staff within the department. And I also work as the Allied Health Education Fellow in the RCH Education Hub. And one of the parts of that role is to run a couple of podcasts. And so we actually have two podcast shows. One is called Conversation with the Experts, which relates to expert commentary on pediatric pathology and guidelines. And the other one is called Teach, Think, Treat, which is mainly aimed specifically at clinical education. And our hospital also has the occasional surprise guest. And in March, we were all treated to a visit by the very own Ed Sheeran. I'm also heavily involved in my own local member society, which is the Australian Society for Medical Imaging and Radiation Therapy, or ASMERT. And one of the roles that I have with that is I'm the chair of the Victorian State Clinical Education Committee. And the committee runs two seminars each year. One seminar that they ran in 2022 was called Spotlight on Diversity. And that was trying to really highlight things such as culture and race and gender dysphoria. There's another seminar that's coming up shortly in May this year. And in this year, we're trying to look at more promoting the regional areas of the state of Victoria and having a look at what they have. And this is actually going to be an online event, and there'll be some registration promotion through social media soon. So please watch out for that. And of course, next week is the annual Congress for ASMERT, and this is going to be held in Sydney next year. Registration for this has closed, but there will be registration available for on-demand sessions following the conference. So watch out for that as well. So what do we do in ISRT, and where are we headed, in particular with education? Well, we're really committed to running regular workshops, particularly in the low to middle income countries. And the locations and the topics have really been based a lot on where the need is and what our allowable budget is. And so member societies are asked to reach out to their regional directors or even their the regional education committee members through ISRT. And they're looking to see whether there's any specific education that's required. And so when that happens, we look at things like budget and facilities and, of course, safety within that country to see whether that can be run. In the Asia-Australasia region in particular, we're actually looking this year at starting to run more workshops in areas such as the Pacific Islands, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Cambodia, those types of areas as well. The pictures that you can see on the screen at the moment are previous workshops that we ran in the Asia-Australasia region. The one on the left is one in Bangladesh in 2011, and then the one on the right is from Myanmar. So if anyone feels like they need a workshop in their own country, or they would be able to contribute to a workshop, then please reach out to me via email. Since 2019, the ISRT has produced a series of webinars that are open access to each of the members. So far, we've had 27 webinars that have been produced with a total reach of over 500,000 views. And this has actually been incredible in terms of how much reach we can get within the webinars themselves. And so it was initially set up during the COVID pandemic in order to try to assist people with things like patient dose monitoring and MRI safety, AI and patient safety within that COVID area, and it's hopefully going to expand a lot more. So this year, we're really going to try to expand it a lot further. We're going to run monthly webinar series with new topics, and we'd love some ideas from you as to what kind of topics you would like to see us run. And if you are interested in throwing your hat in the ring and having a bit of a go at presenting something yourself, then please let me know as well by email. There's also a number of campaigns that ISRT either run or are very heavily contributing to, one of which is the WHO Framework Convention for Tobacco Control. So this one began in 2019, has been running yearly ever since. And the aim of this one is more to just kind of create awareness about the effects of tobacco, and also to try to minimize the amount of tobacco use amongst our own profession, or amongst members of our profession. And this year, the World No Tobacco Day is going to be on May 31st. And ISRT are running a theme called No Tobacco for Our Profession. And our Director of Public Relations and Communication, Utapon, He's currently using his magical tech skills in order to try to create a poster for us. So watch out for that, because that will be available soon. And then another obvious one that ISRRT run is the World Radiography Day. And this is where where members of the profession are encouraged each year to use the ISRRT hashtag in social media posts and about World Radiography Day to demonstrate their participation in the event. And each year, the World Radiography Day also creates their own hashtag in order to track the event as well. And for context, last year's World Radiography Day through ISRT got almost 100,000 views, which is absolutely fantastic. It means that you can get a really, really good reach. And it's also great if you want to become one of those social media radiographic influencers. This year's theme is going to be engaging patients for patient safety, and we're going to be running a webinar to commemorate the day. So watch this space. ISRRT is also committed to running an e-learning platform, which is still relatively young. This was kind of created around 2019 as well, and was really useful during the COVID pandemic, because a lot of people were tapping into this in order to try to learn a little bit more about things where they couldn't go to conferences and seminars anymore. And so a lot of the topics originally were kind of pandemic related, but we're trying now to increase that reach a little bit more and increase the amount of education that we have available. So many of these courses are provided free to access, and you can get quizzes and certificates which are available to those who have completed the courses, but they are only available to those who have actually registered on the platform and are enrolled specifically within the course. So if you want those to participate in the quizzes and you want your certificate, then please enroll in the course and be registered on the platform itself. There's currently 12 courses available, but over the next 4 years, we're really wanting to expand this quite significantly. And I'm really interested to see if anyone who's watching today really wants to be able to contribute in some way to these e-learning platform courses and that. So please reach out to me if you can contribute to those. Starting in 2016, the Chesney Research Fund was created to commemorate the Chesney twins, Noreen and Muriel Chesney, who they left a legacy to ISRRT when they died. They were both identical twins. Both radiographers worked in the same hospital in Birmingham in the 1940s. So you can imagine it was quite difficult for some of the staff who were working there to try to identify which one was which. Both wrote various papers, textbooks, and that for the profession, and were very, very heavily involved in ISRRT. So the aim of the research fund itself is actually to promote research, encourage like evidence-based practice, and improve the standards of delivery that we can get as well. The previous winners of the Chesney Research Fund have been Moses Chimpembo. Moses Chimpembo with his project on patient safety measures and practices in medical imaging departments in Malawi, and also Michael Velick. And Michael did a project on quality assurance and of image registration for adaptive radiotherapy. The applications for these are usually called for every year in around the middle of the year, and that. So just watch out for those if you're interested in trying to secure the research fund for that year. And finally, many of you will be aware of the very disappointing decision we had to make about cancelling the World Congress in 2024 in Denmark. However, we're very fortunate, and this is also very, very, very fortunate for those in the Asia region, that Hong Kong came to us and made an offer to be able to host the World Congress. And I do thank them a lot for that. And so that's going to be taking place now in June 2024 in Hong Kong. It's going to be a fantastic event, and if you've ever been to one of these congresses before, you'll know how much of an amazing experience you will get with attending such a conference such as this. But get those abstracts ready, because we're going to be calling for those towards the end of the year, and it will be great to see a lot of you there. So we have a lot of exciting educational opportunities along the way. Thanks again to CheckWe for asking me to present today. It's been great. And please see my email address at the bottom of the screen, and feel free to contact me at any time with any queries or any suggestions for help. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stephen. And we will have you later for the Q&A. But for now, allow me to introduce our third speaker. Our third speaker is the Director of Professional Practice. He is Mr. Edward Chan. Edward Chan achieved his basic radiography training in Hong Kong and Australia and has 2 master's degrees in psychology and healthcare. In addition, he is the Certified Professional Healthcare Information and Management Systems. From 1998 to 2012, Edward was the chairman of the Hong Kong Radiographers Association. In addition, he is the vice president of the Hong Kong College of Radiographers and Radiation Therapists, and a member of the examination committee of the Radiographers Board Hong Kong. Furthermore, he delivers expert recommendations to the government and related institutes about medical imaging services. AI, standard of practice, and radiation protection are the recent focuses of his career. He aims to promote professional development and liaise with relevant local and overseas organizations throughout these 2 decades. He was the ISRRT Public Relations Coordinator in Asia and Australasia, representing Hong Kong radiographers in the ISRRT Council meeting for many years. In addition, he organized various functions throughout the years, such as continuing education programs and assessments, newsletters, seminars, and conferences for the profession. Edward has worked in the medical imaging department and is still working at the University of Hong Kong Shenzhen Hospital as a senior radiographer, managing over 100 staff, including radiographers, nurses, and support. Let us welcome our 3rd speaker, the Director of Professional Practice, Mr. Edward Chan.
Hi, everyone. I'm Edward Chan, the new Director of Professional Practice of ISRT. So I'm so happy to be here to join this webinar to share more information about the ISRT. Today, my topic is the role of the Director of Professional Practice. So, okay, let's start to see what is this role and what I will do for you. Okay, first of all, my presentation has this outline. We have 5 topics about the history, duty, contribution, and the current issue. And the last one is the future development, or we can say this is the future plans of my post. Okay, so first, we have to know the history of this post. This Director of Professional Practice is proposed by Mr. Tarango in year 2002. During that moment, he was the president of the ISRT. The first Director of Professional Practice is Professor Fudu Chen. He from Taiwan, and he is still quite active about radiography education in Taiwan. And follow Professor Chen is Mrs. PP Wood. Mrs. Wood, she is from Finland. She is still active in Finland, I think, in the radiography field. And after Mrs. Wood is Miss Donna Newman. I think most of you know her well. She was the ex-president of ISRT. He holds this position 2 terms, so it's almost 8 years. After Donna is Mr. Stewart Wesley. He's my ex-director. So when doing the handover, he teach me a lot, and I know he did a lot of pay a lot of effort for this position, and I hope I can do as good as him. I try my best. Okay, let's see the duty of this position. So when we talk about professional practice, we will think about a lot of guidelines, rules, regulation. That's true. So the first job of this position is prepare those documents and guidelines from various sources, including the next one I will say is from most of the international organizations that's related to our radiography practice, just like the IEA, WHO, ICRP. During this communication, we will bring a lot of information back to the board. And when the board going to digest this information, we will going to give some response to the organization. So I have to do the job to coordinate those response and feedback to the organizations. And during the communication, of course, we are going to attend some of the event but I'm just only a person and I have a full-time job. So most of our board, the board member in the management, they will help me to share this kind of job. Just like Lapapon and President Lapapon and our CEO Dimitris, they going to share this kind of job with me. And the next one is the producing the activity report and article in the newspaper. This is very important also. Besides, we're going to join other organizations and let the world to know as well, but we also have to give some feedback to our members and let them know what we have done for them, and this is a duty or is a responsibility to our member. And the last one, just like most of the job description say, any duty assigned by the boss. So if anything assigned by the president, number one, I have to follow and have to do it. Okay, and let's see what contribution from the ex-director. If you're going to check our the ISRT website, in the professional practice section, we will find 31 documents. These 31 documents are very important to all of you, especially during your daily practice. You can find your solution and you will find the answer from those documents. Please try to go in to check it to see it. So I think some of them will help you quite often and help you quite well. And the next point we want to talk about is the most recent document, and it is Mr. Stewart Wesley paid a lot of effort to produce this document. This document is concerned about the safety culture, safety management guide for the diagnostic imaging and the radiation therapy department. This document not just useful for the relevant, actually the manager of those departments are very important also, and you can see that you will find a lot of answer how to push forward safety culture among the staff and how to manage the department well about the patient safety. And the last point I want to talk about for the contribution is we take a lot of active role in ICRP Task Group 108. And I think you have heard about, we have a webinar about this topic. And Mr. President Lapapon and Stewart, both of them pay a lot of effort to give input from our radiographer side to this document, and this document is very related to us and will affecting us quite importantly. Okay, so what I'm going to do when I have the handover from Stewart. So first of all, I have assembling my professional practice team. So we have 4 members from from different regions. They are the regional coordinators of the professional practice. They from Cameroon of Africa. They from UK, from US, and also from India. All the coordinators are very experienced and very successful radiographer in their country and their region. So I'm so happy having them to support me and helping me to do this job. And the next point is we're going to first we're going to prepare the World Patient Safety Day webinar. We have did it last year. So-called is recommended, initiated by the WHO. So it should be, the date should be the 17th of September. Around this day, we are going to webinar. This year, we were talking about engaging patient safety. Last year is talking about the medication. So this year, we're talking about how to engage our patient to help the safety. So I think it's a very interesting topic. So the actual theme of this webinar, we will let you know sooner after our discussion on design. And the next point I want to talk is launching the ISRT Professional Practice Survey. It was handed over from Stewart. He wants to know more information from our points of view about the bond course of action. So I will launch this questionnaire soon after we have defined to set up the questionnaire well, and we need your help in the near future. And the next point is assisting the liaison of the IAA, WHO, ICRP. This is what I have mentioned before. This is quite become the routine job for the director of the professional practice. And I will also follow up about the optimization digital imaging documents, as what I mentioned before. And the next one is we'll organize a pre-conquest workshop about ENs and radiation safety. As you know that Hong Kong, we're going to host the next World Congress 2024, and before this Congress, we have a pre-conquest workshop. This workshop is what I mentioned, we're talking about this topic. And the next one is I'm also going to prepare the World Radiography Day seminar. It may be a webinar. I think most of the chance we're going to hold in this way, and it will around the 9th of November and 8th of November. So we'll let you know more information sooner. And the last one is cooperating with the Director of Education. That is very important. So because after we have educated youth become radiographers, so they have to follow professional practice. So this is very directly related. And during the handover, Stewart emphasized I have to work with the Director of Education closely. And I think you have maybe we heard about the presentation of our Director of Education. So then I'd like to talk about the future development, my future plan. First, I will talk. We'll push forward about the safety culture and promote it, and we'll further develop the safety guideline. And because we have so many documents, so the document updates and also is important when we handling the manage the documents. And afterward, we have documents, but we have to promote it. So let everyone to know it and how to use it. Today, this seminar also is one of my job to do the promotion of those documents. News and views input for the international organization. Just like what I mentioned before, our feedback to the international organizations are important also. And the next one is we're going to follow up the EFRIC talks in the last ISRT World Congress in Thailand. Stewart have did a great job about these EFRIC talks. And this ethical radiological, the ethics in radiological protection is important. And this is a WHO initiative, initiated by the WHO. And if a profession become more independent and become more have a high standard, so we are not just talking about the rule and regulation. We have our own ethics. It's a very big step for us to stay to emphasize our role in the healthcare profession. So I think it's a good step to promote ourselves and to push us to another level in the healthcare profession. The next one is my own experience to think about the AI practice in our profession, because I think a lot of AI tools and products in the market, but we are going to concern about how to use it. Do we use it well? So the AI practice, the regulation of the AI practice, the monitoring of AI practice become more important. Just like recently I joined the ECR, they have a lot of topic talk about this. So I think next step, as a radiographer, we work in the radiology, we have many AI tools. We need to see, or maybe need to look at it, how the radiographers to help the AI practice and monitoring them, just like the PAC system before. Okay, the last one is we have to collaborate and develop and promote the international standard. So this is need your help, all of you, I need your help to do this. Okay. So this is the end of my presentation. Because I think you know that I'm just a new member on a freshman of this position. So just don't hesitate to tell me any suggestion or information about professional practice. Especially if you have any comment about my job, please let me know. I need your help. I need your comment. It's very important to me. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Director of Professional Practice, Sir Edward Chan. Our fourth speaker this time is the Director of Public Relations and Communications. He is Dr. Yutufon Bichianen. Dr. Yutufon Bichianin graduated from Mahidol University with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Radiological Technology in 1995. He pursued his study and received his Master of Sciences in Information Technology at Mahidol University in 2000. He was granted a Royal Thai government scholarship to continue his study and received his Master of Sciences in Information System from Hawaii Pacific University in 2003, and a doctoral degree in Communication and Information Sciences from University of Hawaii, Manoa in 2007. Currently, Dr. Yutufon is a lecturer and the secretary of the Master of Sciences degree program in Radiological Technology at the Faculty of Medical Technology, Mahidol University in Bangkok, Thailand. Yutufon has focused his professional expertise upon the intersection of ICTs, radiation technology, and education. He is highly active in the Thai Society of Radiological Technologists, TSRT, giving numerous training, classes in PACS, and MIIA certification preparation. He also teaches at numbers of universities in Thailand as an invited lecturer. Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth speaker, the Director of Public Relations and Communications, Dr. Yutufon Bichianin.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Yutufon Bichianin. Currently, I serve as the ISRT Director of Public Relations and Communications. Today, I would like to present my plan for the coming ISRT task that I was assigned to do. The upcoming plans, I will address in different areas. First, I will look at the corporate design. The second task, I would address the website design or redesign. And the third one would be communication channels that I will develop and add up to whatever we have right now. And we have the continuing annual campaign and the e-learning platform for the last one. For the corporate design, I give a designer in Thailand to help the ISRT develop coherent ISRT themes for PowerPoint presentation or the Zoom background that I'm using now. So you see the design is kind of look like the original design with the theme of the blue one and the light blue and white. So we developed around 15 designs for PowerPoint and the Zoom background for our board members to use, and also for the report and the presentations. The second one, the website design. I am trying to make a refreshing of our ISRT website and try to reorganize the menu, try to make it easier for our member to access. So this is what we have right now. The current one that we have is also okay, it's work okay, but maybe it needs a little bit of the reorganization of the menu for ease of access. So we have it, it's ongoing development for the new website. So we put it at the https new.isrt.org here. So it's kind of ongoing, and I try to add more and more to do the newer version of the ISRT website. I reorganize the menu for ease of access, try to highlight what ISRT is doing for our member around the world. We try to represent the activities that we have, make the website is kind of more active comparing to our very active Facebook post. So we kind of reflect or mirror what we have on the Facebook back to the website to make it a lot of activity for our member visit. The third one, the communication channels. Basically what we are using right now, we rely on our Facebook page or Facebook platform. So what we have the activity post on the Facebook, we have news, we have like annual campaign through our web Facebook page, and we also have the webinar videos that we did last few years before during the COVID. So we have around 40 or 20 or 40 or 30 something video titles that we have on the Facebook, but a little bit difficult to dig on the Facebook and a little bit difficult to access. So what we are trying to do is to develop what we have. Currently we didn't have the Facebook, but our ISRT Facebook is not so active. We have few videos. So my plan is to download the video, like educational video, COVID video, and the thing that we put a lot of effort to develop the webinar and various topic for our member for access later on. So I try to download it and try to upload it to the YouTube platform. So we will have like YouTube channel here. So basically what I will do, I will try to re-upload all the video we have from the Facebook. And the fourth one, we have the annual campaign. Basically we have 2 campaigns per year. The first one would be the WHO World No Tobacco Days on 31st of May for every year. So we have the campaign that our member can join and participate on the Facebook. So this what we have for the past 3 years. We developed the poster, and then we try to share to our member, and member around the world can download the poster and repost with their own picture and their own activities, and then we brought that from what we have from the member and put back to the ISRT website. So we kind of have a lot of activity and the reach from member around the world to our Facebook platform, so that make like activity happens during the campaign. So this is an example of WHO No Tobacco Day every end of May every year. The second one, before going to the second one, I would like to show you the engagement for the last 3 years. I was Director of Education and kind of developed the statistic for the engagement for the campaign. So we accumulate a lot of activity on our Facebook, around 100,000 reach for ISRT Facebook during the campaign. The next one, the World Radiography Days on November 8th. So this year, we coming up with the theme of celebrating patient safety. So we are designing the poster for you to download and to join our campaign. So this is these were the last posters that we have, but the new one is coming up. So I will post on the Facebook when they are ready. The last one I would like to promote is the e-learning platform that I developed with the CEO. So it contains a lot of content that you can learn and earn the certificate after completing the course on the e-learning platform. This is the address that what we have, and then you can visit and then scan QR code to join or to log in. You can also log in as a guest, so you don't need to register. But if you like to download the certificate after the class completion, so I recommend you to create an account and then enroll in the course. So basically, these are the topics that we have, around 10 or 15 course that we have. Basically, each course will last between like 1 and 4 hours, so you can learn each course and then you can earn a certificate after you complete the course. So that is what I would like to present to you and I would like to promote to you. Please join us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yutufon Bichianin, our Director of Public Relations and Communications. So now we will have the last speaker. Our last speaker is no other than the Editor-in-Chief of Journal of Medical Radiation Sciences. She is Editor-in-Chief, Ms. Cherry Augustine. She is a radiation therapist and educator at Western Sydney Local Health District, Australia. Cherry is the Editor-in-Chief of Journal of Medical Radiation Sciences since 2013. She is also the Associate Editor of Journal of Medical Imaging and Radiation Oncology since 2011. Cherry is a radiation therapist educator at Crown Princess Mary Cancer Center and Blacktown Cancer and Hematology Center, Australia. She is also a conjoint lecturer at University of Newcastle, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, our last speaker, please welcome the Editor-in-Chief, Cherry Augustine.
Thank you for this opportunity to promote Journal of Medical Radiation Sciences, or JMRS. I am excited to tell you that in 2023, we are celebrating 10 years of publication. On this session, I will discuss items of interest to readers such as CPD Q&A activities. For authors, I will briefly go through the submission process. JMRS has a wide target audience. Radiographers, which includes those that practice CT, MRI, and sonography. Radiation therapists, which includes medical dosimetrists or planners, and all radiation therapy modalities. And of course, we've got nuclear medicine technologists or scientists. We welcome submissions from members of the multidisciplinary team, which includes the radiologist, radiation oncologist, medical physicist, nursing, and other allied healthcare professionals. Articles from JMRS has a Creative Commons license, which means that all articles are free to read. It is also free to share to everyone. As you know, subscription articles are locked and you can only read these articles if you pay the subscription fee. You also can't share these articles. For these reasons, the benefits of articles published in open access is that they are 3 times more likely to be downloaded, 1.5 times more likely to be cited, and almost 3 times more likely to be discussed and shared online, thus accruing higher altmetric score than subscription articles. You can access JMRS anywhere at any time using your own personal device. You can simply go to www.jmrsjournal.com to view the website, or you can download the app on your phone. Please go to your app store, search for Wiley Online Library, and download the app. Now, once you have the app, open the Wiley Online Library app and search for JMRS. Don't forget to add JMRS as your favorite by pressing the star. I encourage you to receive notification of new publications. You may follow us in Twitter, or you can set up to receive via email a content alert notification. Please go to the homepage and look for Get Content Alerts with the bell icon. JMRS readers benefit from free access to CPD Q&A activities like the one shown here. All JMRS issues contains 2 CPT activities. You simply read the full article and answer the multiple choice questions. The good news is that you have immediate access to the answers. In addition to the normal issue, readers have access to virtual issues. These are previously published articles that are grouped together because they share a common theme. The themes include ultrasound, education, advanced practice, palliative care, patient care, and research. If you have a topic in mind and would like to be the next guest editor of our virtual issue, please contact me. Readers have free access to the special themed issues. By the end of April, you will be able to read the special issue Horizon Scanning, the impact of technology and integration on medical radiation sciences profession. I invite you to contribute to the particle therapy and value-based medical radiation sciences themed issues. If you have a topic in mind and would like to be a guest editor of our special themed issue, please contact me. In 2022, about 500,000 of articles were downloaded. Most of our readers are coming from United States, United Kingdom, and China. You can see on the right graph that India is our 4th largest downloading country, equal to China. This table shows the number of downloaded articles from Wiley Online Library by country. From the 12 countries that are participating on this CPD webinar, India, Philippines, and Malaysia are the top 3 readers of GMRS in 2022. Do these numbers reflect the number of medical radiation practitioners in your country? If not, how can I help you promote GMRS? You might like to include GMRS as our source of CPD on your website. Please contact me if you want GMRS artwork in your promotion. GMRS will appear on the Impact Factor list from July 2023. For other relevant journal metrics, please go to the homepage of GMRS and look for Journal Metrics just below my name. The next couple of slides are tips for authors. I have seen authorship issues during the peer review process. I urge you to refer to the ICMJE or the International Committee of Medical Journal Editors authorship guideline before submitting. Please comply with copyright when you are reproducing images and figures. The references should only include articles that are relevant to the topic. Manuscripts that can commence peer review are those that are in compliance with Institutional Research Ethics Committee. If it is a case study, the authors obtained permission from the patient or care to publish. And the manuscript has an acceptable similarity score. I encourage the authors to use the appropriate reporting guidelines as a quality assurance checklist before submitting your manuscript to check that all essential items are reported. Published articles that are incomplete or poorly reported can harm patients. We know that practitioners use these publications to change their practice. We know that researchers use published literature to help shape their study question. If researchers use incomplete or poorly reported study findings, they could potentially delay the advancement of science. I urge you to use these guidelines. Some of these guidelines are listed here: STROBE for observational studies, PRISMA for systematic reviews, and CARE for case reports. They are all free to download. GMRS has an expects data sharing policy. This means that authors will need to choose a data availability statement. Some are listed on this slide. When researchers share their data, they are promoting transparency and are encouraging others to use their data. GMRS has a free form submission. This means you can submit your manuscript at any format, but you must ensure your manuscript is de-identified in order to comply with our double-blinded peer review, which means the authors and reviewers are blinded from each other. The manuscript must still be within the word limit and must still be of acceptable English language. Wiley offers a number of resources for authors, such as tips on how to write your title and abstract, so that search engines such as Google or PubMed can find your paper. If you have any questions during the submission phase, please do not hesitate to contact the editorial office. Funders worldwide are mandating research reports to be published as open access so that these can be widely accessed by all. For this reason, there is an increasing number of institutions worldwide signing transformational agreements. This means that authors can publish in GMRS without any direct cost to them. 87 countries that are considered to be of low income are eligible for a fee-waived publication. 41 countries are eligible for a 50% discount. ASMERT and NZIMRT members can publish for free. At least one author in the article must work in an eligible country to receive this benefit. Most of the participants of this webinar live in a country with a transformational agreement. Please check the QR code if your institution is on the list. Authors from Cambodia and Myanmar are waived from the publication fee. The list is growing each month, therefore I urge you to visit this website frequently to check if your institution or country is on the list. By choosing to publish your original article at JMRS, you are eligible to win the Best Original Article. The prize is a video abstract. Now to view the videos, please go to the homepage and look for Video Abstract Gallery. JMRS offers webinars and workshops. Please follow JMRS in Twitter to receive alerts. You may also follow the social media of ASMERT. Our next webinar is Qualitative Study Design Peer Review Tips. Authors of qualitative study designs are highly encouraged to join. At every ASMERT annual conference, we also facilitate face-to-face publications workshop. There are also available resources for reviewers and are free to access. If you are interested in reviewing, please contact me. Again, I thank you for this opportunity. In summary, JMRS is free to read, accessible anywhere and anytime, and an excellent source of CPD. I'll look forward to your questions.
Thank you very much, Editor-in-Chief, Ms. Cherry Augustine. So now, ladies and gentlemen, to all our participants here in Zoom and live in YouTube, the Q&A session is open. So I'm now calling again our speakers and our panelists to start with the Q&A. Before we have the questions from our panelists or our audience, may we ask our speakers if you have still something to add about what you have just presented? You know, everyone, this is a rare opportunity where we meet firsthand our new board of management of the ISRRT. We would like to say thank you to the minds and the great brains of the presidents of the different societies of CPD Asia for thinking of inviting the ISRRT. So yes. And now we have our presidents and panelists. Do you have any other additional information or details or inquiries from the very informative presentations from our board of management and to the editor-in-chief, Cherry Augustine?
I have a question. I have a question, BG. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I have a yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, ISRRT. I have a question two questions for Cherry, and after that, I have a question for Yutapong and Tachekwi. The first question for Cherry first. Medical radiation science is very important within RT, but I look in your presentation, I see all my member not so much in downloads medical radiation science or my fail. I am so sorry. I don't introduce within 5,000 member in Vietnam. Yes, my fail first. Yeah, from here you open my mind. And now from now, I introduce in my member, 5,000 member can download. But I have one idea. I look you write in Vietnam in low income. Yearly delay for Vietnam the zero cost 2023 2024 1.5 year for my introduce within my member. Yeah, please check again and let me know. Zero cost. Yeah, 1.5.
Unfortunately, I don't have any control with cost. I am just a little person in the business of publications. So I'm hoping that over time, as more and more institutions and rich countries are able to afford this, perhaps they'll be cheaper or even zero cost, perhaps, for many more countries. That's all I could hope for.
Yes.
But I will keep it in
Thank
mind.
you.
Definitely, I will definitely keep it in mind. I take your point.
Yes. Yeah. I will. Yeah, we will do cooperation now. Okay. Thank you, Cherry. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Contact me if you want any artwork or anything like that. I'd be happy to provide you anything you want.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And the next question for Yutapong and Chekvi. You remember and Chekvi, you remember last time we Napapong and you and me, we only have a question, how about Laos? We want to in Laos country become a member our family, our ISRT family, but we cannot join with them. Now today, in this the panelist group has Sinvilay. He want to become to our ISRT family. There, I think now before the Yutapong and Chekvi ISRT group answer, I think we will have a meeting, short meeting in Thailand in next month in Laos. I want to Laos Sinvilay in panelist group. He says something. Yeah.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for your asking me to join your meeting today. I am Sinvilay Intersen. I am a radiographer in Laos. But in Laos, we don't have the society of a radiographer yet. So I think Dr. Yutapong and Dr. Napapong, you can help me. I think about to be the member of the Asia Society of Radiographer. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Ngok.
Yeah.
And Van Nok. Thank you very much.
Okay, we will have a meeting, short meeting in Thailand in next month for you. Okay, how about Chekvi and Yutapong?
Definitely, we will welcome the Laos Society to join us in the ISRT family. But also probably maybe we need to find out more from Mr. Sivalek at the Thai conference, where we can discuss and how we can nominate and then help you to form your society so that you can join us in the ISRT family.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll be there in Thai, so we can discuss more.
I think we have some experience with the people from Laos that we try to help them to set up the society a while ago with the lady, and then maybe this year maybe we can meet and we can discuss what we can do. But we really need to help you form the society, and then after that we can have the process to nominate you to become our family in ISRT. But let's talk, and then I think Chekvi and I are very happy to help you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Yutapong.
May I add some information? So actually, forming you should want to join ISRT, just like Chekvi and Yutapong say, in your local country, you have to form a society. So I think Vietnam, Thailand, they will help you to do that. But you also have to seeking out your local law. How is it okay to form a professional body, just like Rodolphe, to join somewhere else, to join the international organization, something like that. So actually, this is some kind of experience I have before. So you, beside the other country help you, you also have seeking those information by yourself first. Otherwise, we don't know your local law. Is it okay or not to form the so-called organization in this way? Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jigui, continue. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, President Saivan Locke. I have a question for the Director of Education, Sir Stephen Lacey. Sir Stephen Lacey, or maybe Director of Professional Practice, would you include also tackling about specialization, career specialization in radiologic technology?
Yeah, that is certainly something that is quite a big topic. I think. I also think that one of the things that we probably need to tackle before we tackle specialization is also to tackle just basic education within the profession in terms of you know, a bachelor undergraduate degree or some similar description. I think that is something that is not very consistent across the world at the moment, and that's probably the area that I think we need to look at before we start looking at specialization.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, because I remember years ago there was an initiative of the ISRT to look into checking how education in each country differ or somehow become equal and similar. We are aware that professionals can go migrate and work and their practice are considered by other countries. So that probably would mean that there is parallel or at least equivalence in their professional practice. So yeah, you were right with review first of the basic education and requirements. Thank you very much, Sir Stephen Lacey. Your works and Sir Edward Shan's and also everyone in the ISRT with Dr. Yutafon, and of course our Vice President, Madam Tan Chekwi, are very, very much appreciated, and we are very happy and we congratulate the new board management of the ISRT. May we know if there are other questions from the panelists here in the Zoom? By the way, to our participants who have missed a lot from the discussion, the ISRT website can easily be accessed. They have shared all the links. I know you've done screen captures, so you can also contact our dear speakers if you have further queries that relate with their discussion. So yes, any more questions from the panelists before we continue with our program? All right, so I guess none. Again, thank you very much to our presidents of different societies who were our panelists, of course, to the ISRT, new board of management, and to JMRS, editor-in-chief. First to Vice President Tan Chekwi, to our director, Stephen Lacey, Director Edward Chan, Director Yutafon Bichianin, and Editor-in-Chief, Ms. Cherry Augustin. We have just met the new board of management of the ISRT. We congratulate all of you, from the new ISRT President, Dr. Napapong Pongnapang, and the whole family of ISRT Board of Management, to the new regional directors and officers. Everyone, we have heard the very interesting updates and the exciting details of the upcoming events and projects of the ISRT. I'm sure many would still want to know more about the ISRT, and so we hope to invite again the ISRT in the next program of CPD Asia. Again, thank you so much, distinguished speakers. In the interest of time, we have to cut from here to give way for the closing session. We are all excited to know about the next exciting online CPD Asia, right? And to address an invitation and tell us more about the exciting event, let us welcome the president of Perhimpunan Radiografer Indonesia, Indonesian Society of Radiographers, President Gek Sugianto.
Thank you, Pichi. I'm on behalf of the Indonesian Society of Radiographers of Indonesia. Good afternoon, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. President of Society of Radiographers and Radiological Technologies in your respective country. First, on behalf of the President of Indonesia Society of Radiographers, Gek Sugianto, and Perhimpunan Radiographer Indonesia, would like to send you and offer the world of the warmest greeting on the second day of the celebrations of the Eid Mubarak this year. May God award you and your family with goodness, peace, happiness, and prosperity. Eid Mubarak. And the second message from the Indonesian Society of Radiographers, we would like to invite you for the next CPD Asia. Indonesia will host the meeting with the topic in the cardiac imaging and the 28th of May 2023. One of the biggest reasons and challenging Indonesians, we have the many populations spreading across the country with 1,000 of islands. So Indonesia's Ministry of Health running the big project to address the big diseases in the country, which is cardiovascular, brain, and also the cancer. So I think in our opinion, to bring up how the Indonesian Society of Radiographers will try to contribute in the national program of the government to address the cardiovascular imaging, we would like to present in the cardiac imaging. Thank you, Pichi.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gatot Santosa of Perhimpunan Radiographer Indonesia. We shall save that day, May 28th, 25th CPD Asia. In closing, we give thanks to the support of our sponsors and VT Healthcare Vietnam. Also, we are grateful to our great speakers. ISRRT, let's collaborate and strengthen our profession together. Most of all, we are sincerely grateful to all our member societies presidents, to our very hardworking CPD Asia IT team, to all our registered participants who have made this online CPD Asia program a success. Again, I am Peachy Luna, and I say thank you, everyone, and see you again in the next Asia CPD.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Madam Chekpi. Thank you to ISRT. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Thank you, Pichi, so much.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Chekpi.
Thank you, Chikwi. Much appreciated. Thank you, Peach. That was a
Thank you,
wonderful
Ma'am
host.
Cherry. Oh, thank you po. We'll contact you soon, all of you.
Very proud to be Filipino. So yeah, so thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Chekpi. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ma'am Chan. Likewise. See you, all of you po. President Salva Kumar, Putu Irma, Putu Adisanta.
Thank you, Pichi.
See you. Yes, Madam Joyce Tanwa, Joyce Tan. Bye-bye. Thank you, VT Healthcare.
Hi, Putu. Joyce.
Wow, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Only 25.
Yeah, of course.
All right,
More
see you all.
love.
See you all in Kota Kinabalu.
Wow.